In prison for more than 1,000 days for a crime she didn't commit. He says the prosecution against her was built on fantasy, not fact. The judge's decision is expected on Monday. Our correspondent Louisa Baldini is in Perugia for us now. Well, Louisa, bring us right up to date with what is being said.
Well, I've been talking this afternoon to some other international journalists and observers who were here for the last trial, the murder trial, which finished in 2009. And the conclusion is that Amanda Knox's two defence lawyers really put on a very good performance this afternoon in their closing speeches. Last time they were dry, they were boring. Today they made very cohesive arguments. They made emotive arguments, and they were also very passionate, as my colleague Daniel Sanford, who was also in court, now reports.
The strain clearly showing on her face, Amanda Knox was led in by armed officers. This is now her lawyer's last chance to persuade the appeal court jury to clear her and her former boyfriend of murder. Carlo Della Vedova told the jury the prosecution case was hypothesis and fantasy. He said his client has spent over 1,000 days in prison for a crime she didn't commit. The murder victim was Meredith Kircher, a 21-year-old British student who was sexually assaulted and had her throat slashed several times. For 9 months, this court has wrestled with the brutal murder of a young British woman and the guilt or innocence of two young people from wealthy families. It has been a case full of passion and drama. This knife is crucial. The prosecution says it has the DNA of Amanda Knox on the handle and the victim on the blade. But the defence team has successfully undermined much of the sloppy forensic work, leaving the Knox family hopeful.
We're not going to leave our innocent daughter in a foreign country for something that she didn't do, so that fight will continue on as far as it needs to go until we bring her home.
But Amanda Knox still has problems explaining the lies she told after the murder and her fragile alibi. Daniel Sanford, BBC News, Perugia.
Well, as Amanda's lawyers wrapped up, I saw one of her sisters wipe away a tear and sigh heavily. And this afternoon, the Kircher family lawyer has confirmed to us that Meredith's mother and sister will be here on Monday for the verdict. So we're